I'm happy for this, my first Asian Games medal. So thank you for the support, India. And I want to dedicate this medal to my senior athlete, Gautham, who expired last month. Yeah, thank you. They are the guy who taught me sports.
Her senior, and he was very influential at the start of her athletics career. He was a 200-meter athlete, and he kind of got her into athletics. He encouraged her. He helped her a lot, and he died in a motorbike accident a month ago, and it was very, very tough. And she saw him just before he died and everything like that. It was terrible.
Got
It
it.
was terrible. He was in a coma and everything, and she saw him, and then he died just after he saw him. So that's basically, yeah. So she dedicated this to him, his memory.
Got it. Thank you very much. Now, James, the question that I needed to ask. I mean, this was all about mental strength yesterday. If you could kindly tell me exactly what was she being told, what transpired there, so that I can write accordingly.
Ultimately, it's all a little bit grey, but ultimately what happened, you saw the pictures, right? So this Chinese girl went early. There was a lot of pressure. There was a lot of tension, and the Chinese girl was quite worried, actually. You could, in the warm-up, Jyothi told me, she said she was looking at her a lot, and they were worried about Jyothi, for sure. They know how good Jyothi is, and the Chinese girls, particularly this girl that false started, was worried. She kept looking over at her in the warm-up, and you could feel that she was worried about Jyothi. Now, what happened is she went early, and then what happened then? Because when the athlete goes next to you, what happens is you tend to go, or you twitch, or something like that, because you act on the movement of the athlete next to you. So what happened? This girl is gone, false start. And then they pulled Jyothi into the situation as well. So rightly, this Chinese girl's got the disqualification, and then they've given Jyothi a red card as well, which is it's just bizarre. And I've always told her, I've said to her in the past, if anything like this happens, thankfully I've had this conversation with her. If you ever get pulled for like a false start that you didn't do, you stand your ground. You go and speak to the officials. And worst case, if they won't let you off the false start, you run under appeal. You say, I will run under appeal, and then we'll sort it out after the race.
Thank God you did that. I mean, otherwise she would never have been able to do it.
Yeah, exactly. So thankfully, I'd had that conversation, and I told her exactly what to do. And what she did, she went and spoke to the officials. She was calm. She was collected. She explained the situation. She said what's going on. She told them that the girl next to her moved. She went and all this, and that's what caused all this chaos for all the other girls. And I think one of the other girls went as well. The problem is, I was in the stadium, but I didn't see any replays of it. In fact, I still haven't seen a replay of it. So I can't even tell you. And they didn't show any of the reaction time, so we don't even know if her reaction time was under the legal limit. I can't even tell you that because they never showed that. But ultimately, in the end, they obviously both the girls ran under appeal. It was a whole furore of things going on. I literally raced down to the TIC Technical Information Centre to get ready to do a protest. If they were going to disqualify her, and there was a whole lot of things. The Chinese appealed. Thankfully, their appeal failed, and in the end, thank God. And an amazing end for Jyothi. What's been an incredibly long season. No one has been more consistent than her. She's had 4 international medals this year in 4 major championships. And what she's done is incredible, because the Chinese girl won. Fair enough, she did well. But she didn't do well in the other events. Jyothi beat her in the Asian Championships and the World Universities. That Chinese girl only targeted this event. You understand? Whereas Jyothi targeted all the events. She won a gold at Asian Champs in the hurdle, silver in the 200. She won a bronze in the World University and a silver here. So Jyothi is the best in Asia. I don't care what anyone says. She's the best. most consistent, and she's won 4 international medals, and what a season, and what drama. I mean, and I can't even talk to you about what happened in the 200 in the morning. You know about that? And she ran so badly in the morning. She didn't even qualify for the final in the 200, and it's the most angry I think I've ever been as a coach. I'm so angry because she just didn't do what I know she can do, and I had a very, very tough conversation with her. I was very angry with her after that, and full respect to Jyothi, she took everything I said on board. She said, absolutely, you're right, coach. I made a mistake, and she rectified it in the hurdles, and just full credit to her. And I think the mistake in the 200 was part of her destiny for the hurdles, if that makes sense. I think that was part of what was meant to have happened, and the mistake there was galvanized her and made her more focused. She had the best warm-up I've ever seen her do, and she was just brilliant, and I think we're all proud, and the nation's proud of her, and we should be. And what a story. And it's great that you guys are jumping on it, because it is an amazing story. And that's what we want. We want stories in sport, don't we? So yeah.
One final question. When we talk about sport being physical and mental, and this is such an incredible mesh of the physical and the mental, what will this do to Jyothi as an athlete going forward? Clearly she's turned a leaf. You have turned a leaf. Both of you as coach and student have turned a leaf with such adversity. What do you think will be the lasting impact of this particular race? Because she would now become a far better and far more mature athlete.
Yeah, I mean, I'll put into context. So I've been coaching over, just over 2 years. Now, she obviously did really well in the first year. She made a really good breakthrough. She ran under 13 for the first time and stuff like that. Now, it's really hard in the second year to sort of keep progressing, because you have to have some consolidation and stuff like that. So this year was always going to be tough in a weird way, because the expectation was suddenly high and all the rest of it. And I think what she's done is she's consistently put in performances. She's consistently performed under pressure, and I think next year is going to be amazing, because I think now she's had that consolidation. She's consistently running under 13 seconds now. And I think hopefully, she can push forward to the next level, next year. So I think it's a perfect stepping stone. It's a perfect end internationally to a season, really, because, it has been such a long season. And I think what she's done there, against the Chinese in their own backyard as well. It's not an easy place to come, When they introduced the Chinese girls, the crowd got absolutely crazy. When they introduced the other girls, the Indian girls, they're silent. Literally silent. So it's a tough place to come and run, I'd like to see those girls come to India and race, Jyothi, That's going to be a different story. So she's learned a lot. She's growing up all the time. She's still learning, let's be honest about things. She's still learning her trade. She's been a professional athlete really only for 2 years. That's not long. And what she's done is amazing. And I feel like she'll take this experience, and
brilliant.
We're already excited for next year. So yeah. Thanks for your support, and thanks for getting a really good story on this, because it is a really amazing story and drama. I don't think I've ever had drama like it in my life. Yesterday is the maddest day of my life, honestly, maddest day of my life. From anger and frustration in the morning. After the 200, I told Jyothi I had to sit by the river for 2.5 hours on my own, because I couldn't face speaking to anybody. It's so tough on the coaches, You're so emotional. You're so emotionally attached to these things. And then they had the drama of last night. So it's just amazing day. Amazing day.
Brilliant. I mean, extremely good interview. Now my final, this thing. Can I use parts of the audio? Because I'm going to write this.
Whatever you like, take it. Yeah, absolutely fine. Whatever you like.
Because you can be rest assured. My job is to show you in the best light. We are friends. We are partners. I know. You know that. I mean, I am one of one of you. So in that sense, I will ensure that you come across as what you should come across. So that's my problem.
No, thank you. Thanks.